Okay, welcome everybody to No Enemies Here, the news with the booze. I thought about that before, but anyways, welcome. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you have a great weekend. Today, we have... Do we have Ricardo today? No, we have Wojennik. We have Michelle Leviathan. And we got KilRoy. Sup, KilRoy? Man, thanks, KilRoy, Robert, Carroll. You helped me very much for the CSRs. I hope you guys watched the CSRs. Wicked labor of love. Yes, okay, I made a little mistake at the end. Look, the Oscars, they make mistakes. The Grammys, they make mistakes. They announce the wrong people who didn't win. You know what I'm saying. Come on. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fun doing it. Again, thank you to Roger B. McGowan for letting us do this, and Tim Tao for kicking it off, man. A lot of stuff. And all the guys on the board, Fred, Ricardo, Andy, lots of people. Sorry if I missed lots of people's names. So, I have a little interview happening, very short. Didn't turn out like I wanted it to be, but I put it on. A few channels, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but John, God, I'm sorry, he sent me a link. At the same time, Artie, my cousin Artie, sent me a link, the same one, and another one. So we got two new people that I've seen. And again, if you guys know of channels that do war board games, hey, just email me, you know what I'm saying? And this is it. This is the news. This is what the world has for you today as war gamers from the past week. And you know what? And I've said this before, I don't watch TV. I watch TV an hour and a half with my lovely partner, and that's it. And then we go to sleep. It's that simple. But the rest of the day, because right now I'm unemployed, but Monday I start at Amazon. Stories abound. Trust me. What was I saying? Oh yeah, because I'm unemployed, you know, I got time on my hands, as you can tell. And I don't even know what the hell I was saying. Oh yeah, I get to watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, and I don't want to watch nothing else. I want to watch STUKAJOE, I want to watch the Chief, I want to watch the cuddly guy, rough war gamer, rough swordsman war gamer. I want to watch the guy, the four eyes there, Tony's board life. Sometimes I watch Kurt of ID Jester, but you know what I'm saying? You gotta be on his good side, because if you're on his bad side, anyways. And I mean, I want to watch Wayne, the cop that is Wayne Hansen, the artist that is Matt White, the minister that is Joel Toppin. You know, I check out GMT's webpage, Lock and Load's webpage, Flying Pig's webpage. Man, I'm having a gas. I love the internet. I love YouTube. And this is gonna sound cheesy as hell, but I love you guys. Have a good show. forget, ladies and gentlemen, STHistCon is on right now. There was a little bit of a bomb I did yesterday. What do we call it? A stream bomb or a something bomb. I don't know what Harold calls it, but Volko Runke was there. Mark Herman was there. I think Jason Carr was there. I don't know. I had to do it quick. And Harold was there. And I popped up and I gave an ominous message to Bobby Nunez. Bobby. And my paisan, Gilbert Collins, gives us a brief look at Washington's Crossing, published by Revolution Games in 2012 and created by Roger Miller. And the award winners 2 times in a row of the CSR, the Player's Aid, Grant and the other guy, do Air War monthly debriefing, also unboxing I should say, of Space Corps Ventures, a game by John Butterfield, and World War II Guns of August debrief. This is a Compass game. The man famously known as Calandale, Enrico Viglino, A Faust at Outrance, number 5 and 6, and Dual Pains. And for our Italian friends, Mauro Faina is live with Giannizzero a couple of times, and he continues his Caesar, Mark Simonich's game, a couple of episodes. Learn how to speak Italian and learn how to play. The war game philosopher, Hexes and Soldiers, gives us a channel update and the war drama of the Eagles. Is he talking about the band? Stephen Dolges gives us a monitor site chat of October-November 2021 on the monthly update of GMT. The Wise Guy of Wise Guy History's got 4 videos out. So, here we go. Lvov falls and Operations Munich commences. Also, Breakthrough at Last, Barbarossa, and Bismarck Solitaire 2021. This is a book game, and let me talk a little bit about this. This book, actually, let me just finish Wise Guy here. And he also has a video, Mud Saves the Russians. For now, this is on Barbarossa, obviously. So, Bismarck. When I saw this, Bismarck Solitaire, this is a game book game, right? And I think this is the new wave. Yeah. Nothing is new, but everything old is new again. So this has been around, the concept, but I think this is the time it's gonna shine. So I spoke to Grant, and there's even a little blurb in the back in designer notes, and tells you why they did this game. And basically they did it out of necessity. So necessity is the mother of invention. And because of all the games that are held up in the ports, Grant decided to put out Bismarck Solitaire, a book game. And look, this is an easy game, but still very interesting. And there is some strategy. You gotta plan your route concerning the maps, or the intel that you have, I'm gonna call it, of the British ships where they're gonna be sailing. So you plan your route. And so you got Prince Eugene, the Bismarck, and you have a U-boat against the whole British fleet. And you gotta make it alive. And there's a lot of replayability in every single map. And how many maps do you get? Well, these pages are not numbered. Let me see here. But you get, hold on. Are the pages numbered? Yes, they are. They're numbered. You get 57 approximate maps. Take or give 5 or 6 for the rules and all that, of gameplay. And these are all replayable. All of them. So the amount of gameplay for this is unbelievable. And, I mean, man, I don't challenge, because what do I have to challenge? I wish some designers, like John Butterfield, Gregory M. Smith, all the solitaire designers that come to mind right now, that they would take this on and create their own thing here, man. This is just awesome. Awesome. Congratulations, Worthington Publishing. This Bismarck Solitaire is the new wave. On Big Board Gaming, to take Washington a flyover. Also, Hanet wrap-up from Decision Games and Rostov 41. And Kevin plays with, I'm assuming his child Ryan. What makes a difference 7 years makes. Game 1 with Ryan. Oh, this is his son 7 years ago. And on the Remember World War II channel, a World War II soldier describes close house fighting in Italy. This is a great channel. Great channel. I can't believe some guys give thumbs down to this guy or to this channel. There should be no thumbs at all for this channel. It should be what it is. But these people, these 8 people who gave thumbs down, scum of the barrel. 6 Actual, The Speed of Heat, Air to Air, an unboxing of an old... What kind of game is that? Is that a Balika? No, I know that. Clash of Arms! Check out the natural lighting here. He's giving a run for his money at Seek Out and Play. This is Raider Ops. Monty's Gamble, Market Garden Playthrough, Attack on Nijmegen. The 30th Corps finally leaves He's. Say that again. Finally leaves He's. Patrick's Tactics and Tutorials gives us great combats of the American Civil War, or great campaigns, I should say, of the American Civil War, a long road to Gettysburg. I couldn't pass this by. Lorenzo, a Spitfire rusticated straight billiard, 9mm, but it's okay, I don't use filters. Now, I don't know if his name is Lorenzo Spitfire, and he's showing us a rusticated straight billiard, but it could be a Spitfire rusticated straight billiard. Because if his name is Lorenzo Spitfire, holy moly!
Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of Wargame Review institutions. We had a lot less content this week than usual because life has gotten in the way, but we were able to post a review playthrough and an episode of Wargame Chat. In this week's episode of Wargame Chat, we talked about where we find reviews for games we're thinking of getting and what we look for in a review. Len gives a first-hand account of a review he wrote for a magazine. The review we posted was for Ogre, the Pocket Edition. It's a simple micro game from Steve Jackson Games that was re-released about 8 years ago for its original price of $2.95. In Ogre, an autonomous super tank has to survive hordes of armor, hovercraft, and infantry in order to destroy its objectives and exit the map. Last we did a playthrough of the basic scenario for this game. I made it easier for the Ogre to win because my dice kept refusing to roll 5s or 6s, so I wasn't able to take out enough of its tracks. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.
The Chief of Bonding with Board Games is unboxing Twilight 2000, 4th edition post-apocalyptic RPG, and a live chat with Chief concerning Twilight 2000, and I will be participating in an RPG, a series created by Bonding with Board Games, the Chief, Bart Bruncheon. Hex to Hex, Operation Crusader, Brazen Chariots 5.7 Episode 3, and a special unboxing tonight. But it's not tonight. It was 2 days ago. Well, 3, because I'm recording this on Friday. Dave's Gaming Cave has Tank Duel, Enemy in the Crosshairs, Playthrough Parts 2 and 3. Also, Happy Veterans Day 2021 and Gaming Cave Tour. Yep. World War II Solitaire Board Game Channel gives us 2 videos this week. Both videos on Warfighter, the World War II tactical combat card game. 3 videos out this week on the discriminating gamer. Cody does Company of Heroes solo and cooperative expansion, and a live play of Mackie. Also, Dune, a game of conquest and diplomacy. I'm still yet to see the movie. And yes, look who's back, Jan Heineman of Let's Play History. And he plays 3 videos worth of Tropico under Median Embargo. And then he's got another German world called Schropfen. Yes, I think I pronounced it right. Regardless, I will be corrected by the phonetics police, Stigler. 3 videos out on Kings and Generals. The first one is the Battle of Frühstad, 1706, the Swedish invasion of Poland. Also, how America became an empire. Pacific War. And the Battle of Nagashino, 1575, Oda Nobunaga. Diagonal Moves is playing Hollandspieles, Anthony and Cleopatra, learning how to play. Tony of Tony's Board Life must be out of a job, cause he's got 6 videos out this week. 4 of them concerning Nations at War, Desert Heat, Rats in the Dust turns 3, 5, I should say turns 3, 4, and 5, and the finale. Also, he gives us a video concerning Veterans Day. He thanks the veterans for their service. And the last video, DVG's Field Commander Rommel, North Africa, 1941, turn 1. And Timmy looks angelical there. Hairbrain Games, Weekend Games, on Hairbrain Games. 2 videos this week on My Own Worst Enemy, gameplay across 5 Aprils, P Ridge Part 2, and unboxing Operation Barbarossa. Army Group, for God's sakes. Army Group, I don't know.
Hello everyone, this is Michel Leviathan Sorbet from the Polish YouTube channel Wojennik TV. Here is the weekly roundup of the content published on Wojennik TV during the last 7 days. On Sunday, I released yet another video in which I have spoken about my top 3 games of the previous month, so of October 2021. On this list I included Formula 21 GP, I included Undaunted North Africa and Android Netrunner, which I rediscovered after a few years because I played this game very heavily when it was released in 2012, and for several years I haven't played it. Now I decided to bring my cards from the cellar to play them, and it was a blast. On Tuesday, the video in English, and this was the review of Formula 21 GP. This is a Polish project about a racing game, motorsport game, and to be precise about Formula 1. This game will be launched on Kickstarter at the end of November. It's an extremely interesting project because it seems at first glance to be a very complicated or maybe even overly complicated simulation game, but in fact this is a very interesting design, a game in which you can use a set of rules which enable you to recreate a race without all the additional stuff such as DRS, such as energy recovery system, pit stops, etc. You can just play a very easy race, or you can include all those rules in order to have really a fine simulation of a Formula 1 race. So this was an extremely interesting experience. I will be keeping my fingers crossed for this game. On Wednesday, the video in Polish, this was the unboxing, this time of Mitropia, again a Polish project, but also an American project. This was a cooperative project designed by 4 different designers. This is a implementation of Go, of the classical game, but with a lot of tweaks, with a modular board, with cards which can hinder the play of your opponents or become a surprise attack. So this is also an interesting design, and I will be taking a closer look at it in some time. On Friday, finally, the Polish review, and this was the review of The Shadow over Westminster by Counterclockwork Games. So I revisited this game for one last time, and I decided to publish the review. An English version of the same review will also soon follow. This is a horror board game in which we will try to save the world against the incoming darkness which engulfs London. So this is a cooperative game. Is it really a horror game? I have mixed opinions about it, but I won't be spoiling anything. When the English review is released, I will give you an information about it so you can see for yourselves. And those were the 4 videos released on Wojennik TV during the last 7 days. I wish you a great weekend, have a great gaming, see you next time.
The Grognard, that is Jim Ozarski, has the Battle of Trafalgar for Kiss Me Hardy. I don't get that. But anyways, it's the Battle of Altdorf for Shaco 2. Ben Harsh of Harsh Rules is breaking down board games. The board game this week is The Last 100 Yards, Part 5, Mortars. The History Underground gives us Hitler is Kaputt. Was General Patton influenced by this book? American Artifacts episode number 4. The Board Games Chronicle is unboxing Andean Abyss. Also, Soldiers in Postman's Uniform, Veteran Level, and Atlantic Chase Advanced Battles, mini scenario number 3. The teddy bear that is Rough Swordsman Wargamer on his Open the Box segment has Strategemata, how the Union was saved, and also a playthrough, I should say, of Mrs. Thatcher's War of Falklands 1982 turns 2 and 4. This is part 2, a game by White Dog Games. And the minister, that is Joel Toppin. Storm over Asia, random events and income and research and diplomacy and combat. These are 3 different videos concerning the subjects I just mentioned. Little Wars TV is an American Civil War state. Can Sickles save the Union at Gettysburg? And a first look at Historicon 2021 on Little Wars TV. Legendary Tactics continues his strategy on card by card on Twilight Struggle. Also, the Russian tutorial, the cards, how to play cards. Not the same thing as the card by card, but a game called Cards. And Mysterium. Can we help the AI win? The Italian professor Riccardo Mazzini on his war log, Cry Havoc. I don't know how to pronounce this, but I guess in Italian it would be Juiscard. But the C should be soft, but maybe not. Please, Riccardo, aiutami! Mo of Mo's Game Table is on Whiskey Charlie, and there's a playthrough of La Resistance. Also, a video on For the Emperor, a lock and load tactical expansion from, obviously, a lock and load. The one, the only, STUKAJOE. Continues Streets of Shadows, playthroughs 4, 5, 6, and 7, and also the premiere. He gives us a video, I should say, on the premiere con in Spain called BeotaCon. Unboxing Revolt on Antares, designed by Tom Moldove, or Moldve. Man, that was difficult. On Combat Board Games. Welcome to a special edition of In Conversation, where I interview the 2-time Charles S. Robert Award winners for Best Podcast or Webcast or YouTube Cast. And I'm pleased to have with me Grant Kleinheinz and Alexander Limey Heinz. So, Grant, let's start with you. How does it feel to be a 2-time CSR winner? Actually, 2 times in a row. How does that feel?
And I'm Grant.
Yes, I know who you are, but I mean, tell me deep inside, how do you, Alexander, how do you feel? Well, that's, yeah, I can tell.
And I'm Grant.
Yeah, we've established that. And, I mean, Grant, was it the same feeling as the first CSR?
Grant.
Yeah, we know who you are. Okay, Alexander, how did you feel? Hey, I'm trying to get an interview with you guys. Come on, Grant, say something. I mean, Alexander, or whoever, whatever. I know what you guys are doing. You're trying to give it to me, yeah? Come on! God, man. Okay, stop chitting around. All right? Let's do this interview. Let's get it over with. And, whatever.
And I'm Grant.
Hey, stop giving me that crap, man! Okay, screw this. I ain't doing this no more.
And I'm Grant.
How is this possible? How's this possible? Check out the screen and look at the lights! And listen to the voice of Seek Out and Play on how to play Field Commander Napoleon, an example of play. Dune, a game of conquest and diplomacy in 3 minutes with 3-minute board games. And we welcome Colonel Sean Morin with 2 videos, Texas Glory and Liberty. These are both Columbia games. And Freddy, my favorite Frenchman living in England, Fred Serval of Homoludens, talks about civilization victimization, or as I should say, civilian victimization, war game ethics, part 1. I should say number 1. GIMPY of the GIMPY Gamer, top 5 hex and counter games. Point Blank Boot Camp number 32, which involves terrain, and his opinion on wargamer problems. On Mark Felton Productions, Last Man Standing, Last Known Survivors of Famous Battles, and G.I. Joe, U.S. Hero Saved 1,000 British Soldiers on Mark Felton Productions. And Cousin Artie from ARDWULF'S Lair on Inside the Box, War in the Desert, Europa Goes to North Africa, also counterclipping, World War II Western Front, and everything you wanted to know about wargaming but were afraid to ask with me, yes, and unboxing Kharkov battles, victory in the West. ID Jester has 2 videos out concerning war games, Paths of Glory, historical scenario setup, and reviewing and reading the Panzer Advanced Rules. Indian Idol and World War II have wives. What soldiers left behind in World War II also. This is World War II giving us a little aperçu of what the channel is, and join the history revolution, yes, and armored vehicles of Operation Torch Part 1.
Today, Kilroy goes off the shelf with Veterans Day, November 11th, 2021. There was a presentation at my kid's school today, and recognized my dad, and I thought I'd take this opportunity to talk about Veterans Day, as that is a aspect of our hobby. We like history, we follow war games, we play war games, and Veterans Day is a very important aspect of our hobby, in my opinion. So I thought I'd take a little bit of time and honor the veterans that have sacrificed for their country and all of us.
United States Air Force. Landry Edmondson is recognizing Hugh Edmondson, United States Navy.
So happy Veterans Day, Dad.
Thank you.
What branch do you serve with?
United States Air Force,
And when was that?
1953 to 1961.
Okay. And what was your role there? What did you do?
I was the air-to-ground operator and air traffic controller.
And where did you serve at during the Korean War?
I was in the Philippines, Clark Air Force Base.
And did you have brothers in the military?
I had 6 brothers in World War II.
And what were their names?
2 in the Army, 2 in the Navy, 1 in the Coast Guard, and 1 in the Marines.
And the one in the Marines, that was Uncle Raymond, wasn't it?
Right. He
And
was wounded on Iwo Jima.
And he actually was in the Army first, right? Then
Right.
re-upped.
He was in the Army first and then the Marines.
And what about Uncle James?
He was in the Navy on the USS Alexis when Pearl Harbor was bombed.
And he was also on the USS Lexington when it was the Battle of the Coral Sea, wasn't he?
Right.
And what about Theo?
Theo was in the Army. He was the only one of my brothers that was drafted. And he was killed August 4th, 1944, fighting the Japanese.
And that was in New Guinea, wasn't it?
New Guinea.
Yeah. And I noticed at the ceremony today that you got a little emotional during taps. Were you thinking about Theo?
Thinking about Theo, thinking about Raymond, thinking about Wesley, thinking about my brothers.
Yeah. You're the only one left of your brothers, right?
Right.
So what does Veterans Day mean to you?
It means that what the veterans of our country did to make freedom possible for the United States.
Okay. Well, thank you for your service, Dad, and just wanted to say thank you and have other people, try to understand a little bit more about Veterans Day.
Thank you.
Summer of 1863, early on July 1st, in the surroundings of the small town of Gettysburg, the largest battle fought in the American Civil War begins to unfold. A battle that will determine the fate of the nation. A Most Fearful Sacrifice is an epic two-player war game allowing players to depict the fighting that occurred during all 3 days of this decisive clash. The Black Swan ACW operating system is specifically designed to handle the larger scale battle and provide a challenging, constantly developing battle situation. A Most Fearful Sacrifice, The 3 Days of Gettysburg, a game designed by Herman Luttman, published by Mark H. Walker. A Flying Pig game.
Another week, another show. Thank you for watching. Please, if you're watching this, subscribe. Just do that. No, none of this off your teeth, whatever you want to call it. And please, if you're thinking of becoming a patron, do so I can keep doing all these things like the CSR, the interviews, this show, and guys, check this out. No, I'm not paid to tell you this. I'm just freaked out that it's the old new wave again, and I think it's great. We're all dying to get our games, blah, 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 blah. They're stuck at the ports. Amazon. That's it. Play games. Come so. Huh? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't forget San Diego HistCon, excuse me, is happening as we speak. Thank you for everybody doing their thing so I can do my thing. I really appreciate it. I'm always having a gas. I'm having a gas. Anyways, have a good weekend. In our area, I think it's gonna start snowing next week. Hey man, Carl Paradzi loves the snow. He's always on the hills. He always cries when the snow goes away. So, some man's misery is another guy's. Well, if it's miserable both ways. What can I tell you? Hey, have a good weekend, and I'll see you next week. Yeah, bye. I am loud. That's because I'm Italian, not because I play war games. The first words I heard when I was born was something like this. Ah, ma quanto è bello sto baby! Frank, coming over here and check out sta creatura! Quanto è bello sto baby!